What's going on, diecast collectors? This is OBB, the diecast news guy, returning once more to bring you all a NASCAR diecast review on Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2013 National Guard Soldier of Steel, or Man of Steel, Chevrolet SS for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series and good old Hendrick Motorsports. This is a cool car that I picked up from my good buddies at Booth 34 Diecast, so shout out to Zach if you're watching this. I know he's a pretty busy individual, but anybody who is a big fan of Dale Jr., the National Guard, Mountain Dew, and more importantly, the Man of Steel himself, Superman, you guys are going to be in luck because this is one card that I'm already pretty excited to talk about, especially if you guys are at that Michigan race from 2013. But anyways, let's start the unboxing and the official diecast review of the Superman native himself, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in his Soldier of Steel car from 2013. And alrighty folks, we got this Dale Jr. car out of its box, and man, what a cool looking paint scheme that we got right here for Dale Earnhardt Jr. If you guys aren't aware, I mean, Hendrick Motorsports used to have this partnership with DC Comics, and we were able to get a lot of cool Superman and Batman cars. I mean, of course, when you first see Dale Jr. Riding, you know, not a Superman car, but he is mostly well known for driving that infamous Batman or Dark Knight Rises car, I think back in 2012 when he won at Michigan. So they decided to bring that back, but this time with his arch rival, you know, pretty much can say that because they're in the same universe, Superman. And I guess we'll get the comments down below. Are you guys Team Batman or Team Superman? As I'm more of a Batman guy, so I know this seems kind of redundant, but gotta show some love for Superman because I think we do got a new movie coming out this year. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm more of a Marvel fan, but I'm not gonna play that war game right now. But this is a really cool car that we got in the first year for the Gen 6 car from 2013. And compare this to my Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Best Buy car that I did a review on. You can tell Lionel has done a lot better improvements on this car, not only with the window banners, but just the overall finish of this car is really cool. I know I'm wearing gloves, but you guys can tell by the naked eye that this car has a unique matte finish to it. It kind of has like the reminiscence of like you know, those black chalkboards, which I don't think kids are not going to know what that is. But if you were in school in the 90s and like early 2000s, maybe even 2010, you would know about the infamous black chalkboard. I mean, heck, I mean, it's so old, like even The Simpsons had it, but that's what it feels like. You could probably get some chalk, and I don't recommend you guys doing that, and you could probably write on this car if you want to, because that's the texture that we got. And that's very unique because usually we don't really get that much matte finishes on diecast, and this is really cool. You even got this nice little gradient with the National Guard logo and the red accents they got all over the car, which I'm a sucker for red. And I wonder why it's red, but it's also red with like this cool blue outline on the bottom to represent the Man of Steel himself. Superman, which is actually this is actually called the Soldier of Steel. Not sure why it's called Soldier of Steel, probably because of National Guard. That does make sense. But man, this is so nice. Even though the graphics on this, if you look pretty closely, they do look pretty pixelated. I'm not quite sure what the graphics are, but God, it's not just a basic gray card. There is like some sort of detail, but just God, I mean, this is something we rarely see now. I mean, when was the last time we ever had you know, a diecast that came out for a movie? As right now I'm trying to figure out what happened to this axle right here. I think I don't know what happened to this axle right here, but clearly it looks like someone does not know how to rivet in a freaking car. Holy crap, what happened here? This shit almost looks like a nail. Good God. I mean, you definitely tell it's a used diecast, but yeah, you know, I did got this from my recent Daytona 500 haul video, but you see the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. But yeah, back to what I said, man, we don't even see like any kind of movie, cars anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I kind of miss that, you know. I think it kind of had a nice little effect of like what you saw in the box office. I mean, I don't think I went to go and saw Man of Steel. Like I said, I was more of a Marvel guy, but yeah, and there's a big old paint chip right there where the red roof rails are. Spoilers nice and red, and also the side skirts as well, and part of the splitter, and also the Chevrolet SS, which comment below if you guys actually missed the Chevrolet SS. I mean, it definitely was unique, but heck, I will say the Camaros make it look a lot more aggressive. Heck, I remember when they had the Impala and the Monte Carlos. Oh God. Comment below which Chevrolet body style has been your favorite, since, you know, we're already talking a lot about this. But see, there's the DC logo and, you know, Army National Guard. This is on the EL mold, which is pretty cool. And I think Dale Jr. only appropriately drove this car at Michigan, so it does make sense. he didn't want this car, but man, I'm really glad I got this car because I don't see that many other reviewers talking about this car. And it will be, I think this car has dried up and it has got somewhat rare. I mean, but heck, will I have to state that this is not the only time we've had a Superman car before for Hendrick Motorsports. There is another time we had another driver drive the Superman car, and his name was Jimmy Johnson. If you guys remember his infamous, I think this is his 2016 car, if I'm not mistaken. Actually 2015, so no, that does say 2016. Okay, so how about that? 2016, the year that Jimmy Johnson was able to get another championship. As much as that hurts for me to say, but it is quite true. So, I mean, yeah, he was able to get his final championship with that car, and probably for good reasons, even though I actually have criticized the Superman and Batman cars before because they made a crap load of those back in the day. But this is pretty appropriate to showcase, guys. You got the nice little classic Superman look. Meanwhile, you got like this very, I don't know, it kind of looks like Batman and Superman came together and created this car because I'm definitely getting a little bit of like Arkham vibes looking at it, but yeah, really cool that we got. It's very, very rare to see stuff like this, man. I think that this is why I love collecting the older diecast, because you know for sure that, you know, with how expensive movies are now, especially superhero movies, you know they are not going to have the time or energy to even sponsor a NASCAR race and even get any licensing. I don't know why the licensing is so strict now, but man, can we have something like this again? Like, I would kill for a Captain America car or Hulk car. I mean, we did back in the day, but heck, first of all, Marvel and I don't know, the superhero movies have not been that good lately. So I don't know, that's just my opinion. But of course, I forgot to mention Jimmy Johnson also wanted this car at you know, what was known as Auto Club Speedway, and I actually did a review on this car. I don't know if it was a double diecast review, but if you guys want to check that out, and you guys will see the progression of my diecast reviews in terms of commentary and also with how the video quality is as well. But just such a nice looking car. But I think the Dale Jr. car wins by a long shot when it comes to the paint scheme, because I'm not quite sure. I'm liking this red background on the back bumper, but yeah, the Chevrolet SS's really does make sense to do this comparison. So glad I was able to, you know, give this comparison a try, because heck, anybody who is a big fan of Superman and Hendrick Motorsports, these two diecasts, especially this one right here that I got in the palm of my hands, are well worth getting, especially if you guys like matte finishes. But if you guys don't like the chalkboard feel, then this may be a car I would skip out on, but I don't recommend skipping out on this. If you guys can even find this at your flea market or in your local diecast dealers, get it, because who knows if this car is going to dry up and be rare someday. It probably already is already. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this very interesting and very special rare diecast review on Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2013 National Guard Soldier of Steel Chevrolet SS for Hendrick Motorsports, and yeah, the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Kind of like subscribe. This has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and call for Superman to help me out on the next Diecast review.